Hello Pisces, this is your 2021 reading. This is your zodiac card from my zodiac deck. Honestly, this is one of my favorite cards just because, I don't know, it's just, I think with the giant fish in the background and just like how her like sash is drawn, I don't know, this is one of my favorite. And then this is your Buddha Oracle card that we will get to the end. This is what you need to focus on for the year, and I'll read from the booklet, which will go in more detail about the card and what you need to focus on, and then reflection and action you can do that will help. So let's jump right in. First card I'm going to pull, oh, and remember, this is a general reading, okay? So take what resonates with you, take what doesn't, and with my spread that I'm doing, it's one card represents one thing because I'm going over a lot. So one card is supposed to represent 2020, one card is supposed to represent career and money. A few cards might blend in together, but mostly one card per one part of the question, since we are going over a lot. So this is very, very general. So let's begin with 2020 because we must remember our past so we can move on. Because if you don't remember your past, you have a tendency to repeat history, and that's not what we want, unless it was good things. So, starting off. Alright, 2020 was 7 of Pentacles for you. Alright, Pisces. So for 7 of Pentacles, what I'm getting from 2020, let's see. I felt like 2020, Pisces, you really worked hard and spent a lot of time trying to achieve some type of goal or just even surviving, to be honest. And I feel like by the end of the year, you felt like you put in enough hard work where it's time where you can relax. I definitely got the saying, in my head, I'm getting the saying, I work hard now so I don't have to later. And I feel like what you've been trying to manifest and what you've been trying to accomplish has been coming true. The crops are now grown and you're putting a pentacle aside for yourself. So I feel like 2020 was just full of like hard work, trying to achieve what you want. There may be a few things that you weren't able to get to, but that's okay. It's now a new year. You can continue your work, but I feel like I'm not really getting like it was extremely bad or extremely good, but I kind of felt like you guys kind of kept your head down and just kind of worked. That's kind of like what I'm getting overall for your 2020 vibe. So let's move on to 2021, and let's first start out with career and financial. So for career, we got the Justice card, and then for finances, we got the Moon card. So with the career card, what I'm getting is, because you guys are working so hard, Pisces, I kind of feel like you guys forgot about balance. I'm getting that kind of message of something's lacking at home, or there's just not enough balance of work and play. And I feel like with this year, your career, you'll really be honing on balancing your career with just like relaxing, remembering it's okay to relax, it's okay to remember to take a break. I feel like you guys just like really overworked yourself this past year. Now I'm getting it like a lot stronger where you really need to learn balance of relaxing at home and stuff like that. So if we move on to the Moon for financial, I immediately am getting to be careful. The Moon reveals a lot. That's basically, the Moon reveals things that you didn't think would be a problem, or reveals the good and bad in people. And so I feel like with this year, with your financials, the moon might be revealing that, you know, you might be spending too much, or you found something hidden. Like you could find, I mean, like for some of you, you might find extra money laying around kind of thing. I know I had another reading earlier where I told one sign, like, you might actually need to hide money from yourself to save money. And I feel like some of you guys were like that, where you hid money and then you forgot it and then you found it again. Or you might uncover something about your finances that you need to work on. But what I'm getting is, try not to do any like crazy investments this year. I feel like some kind of scam might be revealed. Why am I getting like MLM? Is that what it's called? Multi-level something? Yeah. Some kind of scam is revealed and you're like, I need to get out of this now. Mostly I'm just getting like the message of like a scam will be revealed for you guys, Pisces. You might be involved in some scam, or someone might be trying to get you into a scam and you're like, I'm good. So let's move on to love and then family and friends. And sorry if you hear my cat, she's very active right now. So for love, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and for friends and family, we have the Emperor card. So for my single Pisces with the Ace of Pentacles, what I'm getting is I'm getting someone from your past. It may be someone you already know, and it might be surprising to you, might be a little shocking, but they will probably be the best person for you kind of thing. It might be someone that you just kind of overlooked in the past. You're like, no, I can't really see anything happening, but I think it would be the best relationship for you. And I think just kind of like test the waters and see how it goes. But I can tell this person is extremely caring. They care about your well-being. They're willing to give you a lot, very much givers. You know, with the with holding the pentacle, you know, they might be pretty financially stable, and you know, they've been creating their own abundance and manifesting what they want, and it's really coming true. Sorry, she's active right now. And I feel like they're just like, I'm just getting like this very warm, safe feeling. And then for my taken people, or my Pisces who are in relationships, what I'm getting is you guys are going to start creating your own abundance together, and really, you might be moving the next step, or you might even merging your accounts together and be like, okay, we're getting married and it's time to like become one kind of thing. But I kind of feel like you and your partner might want to like start a business together. That's a message I'm getting for some of you. Maybe you want to start a business with each other. Maybe, who knows? Yeah, might want to start something with your romantic partner. Yeah. And then with the Emperor card, for your friends and family, I feel like lately your relationship with your family or your friends has been a little too serious. Like, it's time to relax. Like, I feel like the Emperor, he's like, with the energy that he just gives me, he's like just ready for battle at all times. And it's like, I need you to calm down. Because I think the Emperor, remembering this correctly, is a lot of fire, a lot of Aries energy. And Aries are just like, you know, ready to go into battle, ready to fight. And I feel like what I'm getting with your friends and family is like, I feel like you guys shouldn't relax more things have just been really too serious. Like you've been very driven lately, and you've been taking your work very seriously. Get a drink of water. And yeah, so you've been like really focusing on your work, but like, you know, you've been forgetting to take time and relax, and so you've just been kind of like wired all the time. And I feel like that's kind of put some tension in your relationships around you with your friends and family, just because it's like, are we allowed to joke with you? Are we allowed to, like, you know, go out for a weekend? Are we allowed to do anything? So I'm getting from, just mostly from the Emperor card, is like, maybe just relax a little, Pisces. Just relax. You've been working really hard, which is great, but with the Justice card, you need to remember balance with your career and what you're trying to achieve with your family life, okay? All right? Relax a little bit. Now, let's move on to what's happening through the months. So I'm pulling 2 cards for 4 months increments. So the first 2 cards are going to represent January through April. Alrighty, the 2 cards we first got is the 2 of Wands and the 3 of Wands. This is just like nothing but traveling. Okay, if I'm gonna be honest, I feel like if you live in America, traveling might, or even England right now, because England's not really doing too hot either. Oof. But, if you do live in those 2 areas or any other area where you can't really travel anywhere, I feel like you can't really leave the country, or even your area, but you're starting to plan trips. You may want to, excuse me, you may want to start planning trips for later on in the year, while prices are super low. So that could be a thing where, you know, you're thinking about trips, thinking about where you want to go, and planning them out, kind of thing. But to be honest, I honestly don't feel like things will go back to normal, or we'll be able to freely be able to travel with no issues and with no repercussions. Maybe not until like the midsummer, late spring, early summer to midsummer. That's my own like personal thing that I think of. But I feel like also what I'm getting is, Pisces, you're moving on from the past, and new opportunities are going to be coming up, or a new adventure. And I feel like it's tying in with the Justice card for your work. You might be getting a new opportunity that makes you leave or lets you go somewhere. And I feel like it might not pay you as much as you would like, but it's one of your dream jobs, or it's a really great opportunity, or a very fun opportunity. And you need to remember that life is not just about work and making money. Yes, money does help. I'm not dissing it, but it's a tool. Okay, it's not the end all be all. It definitely does make your life easier, but you need to find balance of making money and also being happy. And I'm not sure if I stated this before, but I remember watching a video about, they were doing like a group, they were grabbing people from the streets in Italy, and they were telling them, would you rather have a job that pays you a lot but you're unhappy, or a job that is amazing and you love but it pays you little? And most Italians were like, I want the latter, which is, I'd rather be extremely happy but get paid a little bit. Because whatever you do in your work, if you think about it, most people work 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. If you are just physically and emotionally exhausted and you are just miserable, that's a large chunk of time to be really upset, and that will wear on you and it will drain you. Because then some people don't even have weekends anymore, and so it's like, that's a large chunk of your life where you are unhappy. Are you making more? Yes, which will be great when you go on vacations, which is how often? Like, I know some other countries, they have great vacation time. Unless you live in America, we don't really have great vacation time. And it's like, oh, you travel more than once a year? Why? There's no purpose of you doing that kind of like mentality. Like, I remember, like, normally I travel every 6 months out of the country to do things, and I remember like putting in my time, and they're like, why are you leaving again? I'm like, I left 6 months ago. They're like, yeah, and I'm like, that was 6 months ago. And like, if you take more than one trip a year, here at least in America where I'm at, it's a problem. So I think focusing on what makes you happy more than making the dollar, because if you find a job that you love, you're not really working, you're just doing your hobby, and it doesn't feel like work. So that's like the main message I'm getting from the 2-1 and 3 of Wands. There might be a new opportunity coming up, or you might even want to be traveling really soon and just planning it out. So let's move on to the middle of the year, which will be May through August. Alright, we got the Tower and the 4 of Cups. Okay, before you freak out over the Tower card, sometimes the Tower card's not always that bad. I take it most of the time as change, like major changes happening that you can't stop. Like you know, they're jumping out of the tower because the lightning hit and there's a fire. Yeah, you can't really just stay and be like, no, I think I'll just stay. No, like, you're being forced to change something. And with the 4 of Cups, I feel like you might resist it. You might not like it. I feel like major life changes are going to start happening, and life is going to force you to either take charge or just make you change entirely. And I feel like you need to take a moment with the 4 of Cups to understand this change. You need to take a moment and take a break and like really think about what is changing, why things are changing, and figure out the next course of action. And I feel I'm getting definitely like you need to figure out using your heart versus your head kind of situation. I feel like there's just going to be a major life change happening in the middle of the year. But I feel like with a lot of people, starting in like June, July-ish, there's going to be a lot of change for people. And it may be for the good, it may be for the bad. But a major life change is going to be happening. It could be that work opportunity. It could be something that forces you to completely go off the route you're going. Because right now with the 7 of Pentacles, he's on a path. It might just completely throw you off path. And I feel like instead of just be like not being happy and whining about it, and you're like, you know what, I'm done then, I don't want to do anything. Instead of doing that, I think you should take a moment and focus and sit down and figure out what your next course of action should be. Not planning is planning for failure, you feel? And so that's like the major thing I'm getting from the middle of the year, is that you want to sit down and just like resist what life is giving you, but there may be some really good things that life is handing you, but you're ignoring it because you're not happy with how things are and how things are changing. But I think you need to give it a shot, okay, Pisces? Moving on to the end of the year, which will be September to December. Wow, okay. We got double the pages. We got Page of Wands and Page of Cups. Alrighty, with the double pages, what I'm getting for the end of the year, I feel like you're really going to start exploring your dreams, and you're going to have a freedom that has come over you. You may start actually doing the traveling. You may have planned the traveling for the end of the year, roughly fall. I know things get a lot cheaper for certain times of the year in certain countries or certain places if you do it during off seasons, and fall can be one of them. Unless you're in Germany, because Oktoberfest, don't even try. But if you're trying to go somewhere else, it might be a little more cheaper because it's an off season. So you're gonna start traveling more. You're gonna be opening your heart to more creative endeavors, kind of thing. The Page of Wands is passion, and the Page of Cups is creativity. You're really going to start following your passion and getting creative with what you want. I feel like you're going to take the cup that was given to you by life, and you're going to work with it, and you're going to make it your own. And I feel like that major life choice, or not major life choice, major life change will work out in the end. And I think it'll push you to see things in a whole new light and push you on new endeavors and new adventures that will help you even more create your abundance and manifest what you actually want. Wow. So let's move on to what your biggest obstacle this year will be, and then how to fight it. Alright, your biggest obstacle is the Six of Pentacles. And how to fight it is the Ten of Cups. So with your biggest obstacle, I'm getting that you're too focused on your career, not your career. Well, that too. You're too focused on your goals, and I feel like when you put 100% into your goals and everything, and you kind of forget about everything else, and you forget to take care of yourself, after a while, self-doubt starts to set in, because you might hit a little plateau, and since you are so focused on this one thing, and you haven't been balancing, you put all your energy to this one thing, so when it doesn't work out, it starts getting rocky, and then you can kind of fall off, and then it's just a mess. So I feel like self-doubt is going to start settling in because you've been working too much and you're not balancing of happiness and work. And I think you need to decide if this is what you really want. I think when you if you do hit that low, I think you need to take a moment and sit down, work out what life is giving you, and ask yourself, is this really worth it? Is this what my end goal is? What is my end goal? Will this make me happy? Will my end goal, or what I'm trying to achieve, help others? Will it help myself? Will it help affect my future? Will it affect my future poorly? I think you need to sit down and ask these questions truly on what you want. And I feel like you need to learn balance, because he has a scale there, the Justice card, she has a scale, and I feel like you need to learn balance. Otherwise, I feel like self-doubt is going to start really hitting you after working so hard. And how to fight that with the Ten of Cups is, this is the Wish card. I think you need to just do things for fun, spend time with family, play games, relax. With the Emperor card, earlier I said you need to relax, and that things are being too serious, and you're not really giving yourself enough time to just really enjoy the moment. And I feel like with the Ten of Cups, you really need to take a moment and just enjoy what you have, okay? Remember that. Remember to spend time with your family, and remember to play games, because there's a few games that the kids are playing, and I feel like you need to definitely travel a little bit, or at least go outside of your town. It could just be for a walk, it could be for a hike, or anything, but I feel like you really need to just relax a little bit, okay, Pisces? So let me pull the last card, which is your overall for 2021. And I'm getting the Queen of Swords. So with the Queen of Swords, what I'm getting for overall for 2021 for you guys is that you will definitely become very self-wise. About yourself. I think you're going to really learn, Pisces, a lot about yourself. And you're going to learn about independence, becoming self-efficient, and also knowing how to create more abundance, kind of thing, and learn about yourself. And I feel like you will earn respect, and you will be well regarded. Maybe be put with your well regarded amongst your peers, friends, family, love interest, your romantic relationships, because they will look at you and be like, wow, you, Pisces, you are self-efficient, you can be independent, you can work for what you want, you can manifest. Because normally Pisces are just kind of seen as dreamers, not really doers, from what I've learned. and the stereotypes that I've read, you know, Pisces are more dreamers than doers, but I feel like Pisces, you can work for what you want, you can manifest what you want, and you can be independent, and you can take hold of your emotions and work hard for what you want. And I feel like you really come into your own this upcoming year. Like, I feel like this is a really good card for you, Pisces. Like, you are really just coming into your own and taking life by the reins, and you just learn a lot about yourself and what you actually want. You figure out if things are actually worth it or not. So let me finally do your Buddha Oracle card. This is your Buddha card, and this is what you need to work on this upcoming year. You got number 17, Dharma. Dharma can only be learned by the direct experience. It educates the heart and liberates the mind. Dharma, or divine wisdom, is a heart and mind system of learning. With your heart open, you can be aware of the universal truths amidst your struggle and suffering. It gives you the power to turn experiences around, knowing that there's a purpose to your life that is gently unfolding. So let me read from the booklet, and I'll go a little bit deeper, and then what you need to reflect on and the actions you should take. Number 17. In the realization of Dharma, there will always be lessons to be learned. You become the faith student as you strive to understand the rises and the falls of what you've made up in your precious life. By seeing the truth in Dharma, your heart becomes wise, kinder, and more loving toward the world, especially yourself. Peace radiates within you. Reflection. Do you learn more in times of difficulty or in life is easy? Because remember, life is not always easy, and they throw you a curveball sometimes, okay? And your action should be contemplate the possibility of becoming an eager, fresh student in every event of your life. So Pisces, this was your reading. I hoped this helped. And remember, take what resonates with you. This could have been for your rising sun or moon. And I'll see you guys next time.